Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here and we're live and we're getting ready to rumble as we come out of the international break. And you know, I've had a wee bit of a busy week. We've had a lot of stuff going on. Celtic content has been firing. Looks like Wilfred Nancy is maybe going to be round the corner. But I came to this part of the day and, you know, we had Road to Glory video going out yesterday. Members had early access to that. And one or two other bits and bobs, fist bumps teas all on arrival. And I just thought, why don't we, hadn't had anything prepared to go out today, but I was in the middle of doing what I normally do on a Wednesday anyway, and I thought let's just go live and we'll kind of just chill and do this for a little bit. I don't know how long we'll be on for. If you're watching this after we've been live, you'll know exactly how long we're on for, and fist bump to yourself. Feel free to smash the like button, of course. Like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, you know. All the usual stuff, guys. But coming out of the international break, we've still got some games tonight, right? And on Thursdays on the channel, I do the member stuff. So I'm looking at your lineups, I'm looking at your galleries. So for me personally, I kind of need to do a lot of homework around Wednesday night. I normally do like a draft of teams, and then by the time I'm getting to like pre-deadline show, just fix everything up, and then maybe even through the deadline show, maybe make some tweaks and adjustments and whatever. So I'm basically just kind of going through that for the most part. I might even build one or two of the giveaway teams as well, just to kind of get that done, because again, when we've been doing the members content recently, we've not really had time for that because there's been so many requests coming in of looking at your guys' strategy and, you know, market opportunities to help you hit streak 5 and 4 and all that caper. I've had to do a bit of that just before coming on with these, which made me think, if I'm going to do this stuff, let's just do it live, let's just go for it. So yeah, if you're joining us live and loud, let me know what you're up to in general. Somebody's going to be watching Scotland under 21s probably. I will definitely be going long before Scotland Denmark, certainly. That's my kind of main evening plan for the night. But today we've had rollover day. So much MFL stuff has gone on as well, and it's like, Jesus. I said to my wife, like maybe on Saturday or Sunday, I could really use another day of the week, like really could. Honestly, it just doesn't feel like there's enough time in the day for everything sometimes, which is a great, you know, it's always better to be busy than bored is always my motto with these things. But Rico, man, I think I'll send that offer for Gilge while we're on stream here today as well. I do have to refrain, there is reward packs ready to go, but I'm going to have to do that in the cold light of day, and you know, we'll square up for season 10, which is set to be the biggest season yet on MFL. I'm really looking forward to it. But I'm very much, again, just something I've kind of learned earlier in my life, but I'm like, do one thing at a time. And when you're doing that one thing, do as much of it as you can, do it to the best of your ability. And, you know, whatever you're not doing at that moment, you just need to give it its time and place. And then when you get there, you give it its time in the sun as well. So, manana for MFL Season 10 for the most part, but we'll do some deals. And if there's any members in the chat that have players ready for Season 10 for the Foundation team, we've finished 4th again. We are in this kind of limbo of being capable of breaking into the top end of the division and maybe going for promotion, but more often than not, we've just been missing a bit of something, just a little bit of something. So the sooner we can build that team, the better, and I'm quite hopeful for Season 10 on all fronts. It was so close to being magic. I had cup finals, promotions everywhere, and yeah, it just crumbled right at the end, sadly. But Season 10 is going to be legit. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, so lots of stuff going on, but one thing at a time is the motto, as I say. And let's just dive right into it. Now, if you've caught the Road to Glory stuff, you'll have an idea of kind of what's getting drafted out here. I don't think there's really anything I've seen so far that makes me want to change anything, but one thing I always like to do, just as I'm scanning across all this stuff again, is just checking who didn't make the teams. Like, who did I not see on the screen here? And really, like, nobody in particular, to be honest with you. So I think mainly all that, you know, maybe Chris isn't going to start, so I maybe just need to think about him individually, but for the most part, these will be all the cards I'm using. Maybe I change the order and the combinations up, but these are the main guys I'll be thinking about come the weekend. League Gun. Yeah, I'm kind of set with this, to be honest with you. We need to double check on what goalkeeper to select for the weekend, but Captain Tovan coming in and the way the fixtures are lined up, I'm quite happy with. The Sociedad thing isn't going to change, but honestly, see, when I'm on my phone with this, it must just fry my battery, because I just sit and stare at this. Like, I've got, like, I didn't mean it, right? But see, this team here with Guedes and Soler, it's got pure symmetry in the sense of, like, Zubeldia and Sergio Gomez have both got the legacy animation. They've both got the, what's that one called? Matrix glitch or something like that. And then in this team, we've got 2 glitch balls, I'm sure that's what they're called, side by side up here, which is just cool. So yeah, I have a lot of fun with these. I got a new Mar Sadiq. Now, I kind of, when he came off the bench last weekend and bloody got a decisive, as you would know he would, I just thought, I've avoided him for so long. I really don't want to own him, but in this collection, because I'm playing 4 teams of it, basically, that's, you know, like, yeah, he's another forward card. Just get him and forget about it. I also added in Ian Munoz. I can't remember if I've got Ellis Tuondo yet or Odriozola, but I will be getting them, and then that will be all she wrote. I've got the backup keeper as well, but there's no point using him. The German thing, again, you'll have seen that on the video. If you haven't, feel free to check it out. But the point I got to, I've got the Celtic stuff and whatever lined up here, but the point I got to before, I thought, yeah, let's just go on and get recording or get live, because this week with MLS, I am set up with a Division 1, what was that, a 1-2-3? Yeah, I've got a 1-2-3 situation here. And it's in terms of in-season, it's all New York City. So, again, I'm kind of used to how to use these cards in this way, trying to get the combos right, trying to just maximise the starting 11, and setting it up so that if the bench guys are working, maybe they can be a part of a successful lineup. So I kind of welcome this challenge, and especially with a streak being on the line, I love the multi-entry aspect of it. But as some of you will know already, Alonso Martinez has done his MCL while out on international duty with Costa Rica, which is just absolutely typical for New York City, because as soon as things are going well, something terrible has to happen. Andres Perea snapped his ankle. I was watching it against, who was it in the playoffs? I've forgotten the opponent now. Zaha's team Charlotte. And it was gruesome. And he's seen it, and his react. If you've not seen the footage, and you know, like, I'm quite squeamish. If you're not that squeamish, it's certainly worth checking out, because it was a bad one. And then he sees his foot, like, you know, just disconnected, and he freaks out. It was a horrible one. And Perea has been a massive player. Alonso Martinez at times has been a one-man band. The rest of the band has kind of got together recently though. But it really, like, looking at this multi-entry, like, yeah, I like Thomas Muller as much as the next guy, but I'm not sure this is going to, you know, get us over the line, as it were. So before I show you what I've kind of done here, in terms of taking a wee bit of my own medicine, let's go and see if we have any inside predictions on MLS. We'll double check RotoWire as well in case it's not here yet, because sometimes there can just be a delay with this. And updated 4 days ago, yes, and it's Deke, isn't it? Yeah. So Nicolas Fernandez Marcao expects to start at centre forward rather than Julian Fernandez, and yet Ojeda comes into the wing. I could certainly see that. Johnny Shore, yeah, I could certainly see that. I'm just trying to think. No, Aidan O'Neill, is he maybe suspended or something? Why is O'Neill? Yeah, yellow card accumulation. Okay, so that means the team is actually quite predictable then, because with all these outs, it's basically Ojeda or Fernandez, because I wouldn't rule out Fernandez starting over Ojeda. That's quite a tough one. I'm sure Deke would love to have put in that as 50-50. You could even see both of them starting potentially with Maxi Morales. Yeah, I see what Deke's situation is here. It's quite a tough one. I wonder if I can maybe check on a lineup that maybe last time. Let's see, can we see Alonso Martinez for a second? This will maybe give away something quickly, so I don't want to do that. Can we look at Alonso? When was the last time he missed a game for NYC is what we want to check. And it's so annoying that he gets called Adrian Martinez in this. Oh, for God's sake. DNP against the Red Bulls. What did the team look like on that day? Fernandez Marcao, Aidan O'Neill and Pereira, who are both out. Yeah. Ojeda preferred. I can see the logic where that's coming from. Julian Fernandez getting 23 minutes in place of Maxi. So yeah, I think that was part of... When did the goals come in this game? Yeah, I could see Fernandez playing. I could see all the RGs starting, looking at that. I don't think he'll start Johnny Shore. Although he could, because it's away, isn't it? Quite tough. So For the first team, I'm quite confident on like this team that's in Division 1. I'll catch up with the chat in a second. I can see he's all there. I'm quite happy with this. High XP cards and all set to start, all good scorers. And with a classic Fernandez Mercado defender card, like that could just, it could candlestick off quite nicely for us, which is quite cool. But the problem I've got is like the team 2s, like I don't think either one of them, like this one's kind of close to being good, isn't it? But I don't think it's quite there. So I actually want to delete team 3. And the move I'd planned on making was swapping the freeze in season for a classic. We get a bit of an XP gain on that, which is inconsequential really, whatever. But I went out and I bought a second Hannes Wolf forward card because he's definitely playing. And I just think that this could be a winning 5. And that's part of the beauty of multi-entry, because if we now look at both of these teams with Wolf up front, I've kind of got this high AA midfield situation. I'm now maybe tempted to put Ojeda into this team, but I think Hack is like a good, like Hack could, yeah, Hack's worth it, and that classic defender's worth it as well. But I think, yeah, these are 2 really strong builds, and then the third build now should be a bit more flexible, because with the freeze in season card coming in here, I can still play Tavon Gray in defence. There's not really much of an issue with that. We have Ojeda, who I can use with a bit more confidence, and Julian Fernandez. But then the door opens here for the classic Wolf potentially to come into here, as well as even Gold is there. Of course, the got classic Maxi Morales as well, which wouldn't be a bad shout. Maxi Morales feels like he would be really good luck. That's what I'm thinking when I see him. Looks like he'd be really good luck. Playoff game. Wolf feels like the play because it's whatever, but I think Maxi's maybe the Red Bulls. Yeah, 27 to get hooked off. Don't think he did well with that. Yeah, but Maxi's a big guy, big game guy, isn't he? So I could probably do that and captain Maxi. Yeah, or I'd probably captain Fernandez because I think he is a bit more decisive capable. And I think, yeah, like he can get a bit of AA. He takes guys on, plays balls into the box. I probably would captain, no, but I can't not captain this guy. Although it's been a while since he's gave us one of these. If he's playing deeper and he's got more people in front of him, Maxi might, if that's the way he goes, I can't see Johnny Shore starting this game ultimately. And if this is, like Deke's got the intel here in terms of absentees and all the rest of it. But yeah, Johnny Shore's not starting this game for my money. So that'll be for me, Maxi Morales and Julian Fernandez will come in here. Hack will basically fill into a back 3. O'Toole and Gray will have license to fly. Philadelphia are no pushover obviously, but yeah, this would be defensive and counter pressing. Yeah, I don't see Johnny Shore starting. It's not impossible. I've not got him in a team. I'm not going to play. I don't think I need to. I'm going with Morales. He's just nailed to start, isn't he? So, and he's the magical card. D3 is a bit low ranking for him, but if it hits the streak, that's the main thing, because this week we need to hit 450 points. It's a nice chunk of change. We'll get $400 and $200 in market credit, which is quite nice. And then that will set up the next playoff game. If the NYC win, I could hit the points and NYC still go out, maybe penalties or a high scoring game or something. But ideally we hit the streak and NYC progress, because if they don't, wouldn't that be a bummer? With 1,600 bangers on the next pot for hitting 475, which, you know. With the second Wolf, I think we can play some nice options here. So I went and bought that Wolf. It only costs £14. It's potentially a 1-game card, but I got the summer edition one. It was the only cool one that was on the secondary market, and made it a bit easier to buy. It's an MCL Alonso Martinez is out with, and hard to imagine he's going to be ready for match day 1 of the new season whenever that comes around. Do I need a Wolf? Probably not. It is what it is. If I hit the streak, it's totally worth it. If I don't, it's degen behaviour, isn't it? But yeah, fist bumps to you all, by the way. There's a bunch of these here live and loud. Mason Miller bought my first rare cards. 5 ASPL. Hoping to start. Oh, mate. Do you know who I bought today? Or yesterday? I'm up to 500 rares, guys. I never thought I'd see the day. Never thought I'd see the day. Dominic Soboslai, by the way. International god. International god. Even his team loses, man. He's still doing that. He's been absolutely great for those missions. That's why we sing this song for Stuart Armstrong. Domestically, Stu Baum, one of my favourite players. He's had some moments already since being back. He's not been ever present or ever wild, but again, midweek's weekend pile up. He's been kind of out of it for a wee while since being at Chef U. But his in-season cards are available now. And quite underpriced. What did I pay for mine? 11 quid. With market credits was £6 or something ridiculous. And Grant Hanley being in-season and in the Scotland team, I thought it's probably worthwhile me having an in-season version of Hanley, you know, if I'm going to have a Hanley. Especially after chatting with, was it Laird? Yeah, me and Laird yesterday. Chatting about maybe Sorare would have in-season versions of internationals or whatever. So I thought, yeah, if I'm going to buy a Hanley, I might as well have a in-season one. I've got in-season Robbo and Christie. So that was something that maybe creeped into the back of my mind as well. But Armstrong, if you're in Scotland, £11. If he's still around that level, if you can get market credits on it as well, it's not a bad play. Just off the top of my head. Keelan Adams I'm a big fan of as well. Very biased, obviously. But big fan. So I then came to, I do have a struggle building these teams because, like, guys, at the depth I've got, look where my Tuneki is. My Tuneki's down in Team 5. What is going on here? I think I've maybe built some of this a wee bit too conservatively, but yeah, I might just delete all this and just have a quick go over it again. I think everyone's quite safe to start. I don't think there's any issues with anything. Or we'll do. Yeah, maybe keep that the way it is. Yeah, I think I kind of wrestled with this enough. I think Engels and Hitate is a big uncertainty of mine coming into the weekend. I don't know what to do with those two. I've decided to go Engels over Hitate, essentially. Both will feature, of course. And I think for this weekend, I think we know we can play Ralston. Or no, maybe Simpson Pussy. Yeah, I think I kind of had that in a team, then avoided it quickly again. Went double defence with this. Double forward, but look at this, unlimited in season. We've got to be going after the streaks with this now at this point. Fenerbahce have got a good game. Like, I've got a lot of really good lineups. I've still got in-season cards to use, so I guess I'm kind of at this point. Like, Semedo's maybe not a mad... Yeah, I maybe should delete this team. Like, Semedo's maybe a safe play, isn't he? I maybe try to avoid Celtic to some extent when I've built this team. Braga away to Aberdeen. He's not been playing international football. It's a big, big match. Do we back him? By the way, Braga away from home is kind of the move, isn't it then? I think we're alright with that. Welshie, how does he look away from home? Pretty good. Aberdeen and Livingston and Dundee. Nice spectrum of opposition. So yeah, I think Welshie's solid this weekend. Stephen Welsh. Hitate in this team. And then, yeah, maybe Semedo's just a bit safe. Maybe we could put Tuneki into this. Again, I don't know how safe Tuneki is. He didn't go on international duty. I suspect that's to make him good for this period here. But I've even got Johnny Kenny, who, again, by all rights, is probably starting as things stand at the moment. Tuneki, I do expect to probably be in the mix. I think we'll go with certainties in that regard, and that's why I ended up going with Semedo, because I just thought, oh, Semedo. So again, what do we need from Kenny? We need Kenny to be decisive. Really good fair shout to that, just on like form and just being away with Ireland, getting a debut. Obviously didn't score or anything, but you know, good vibes, good times. It's only going to grow from that. And Semedo's good for a wee bit of AA if he doesn't bring a decisive, but he's got decisives in him. And away to 10th, like that could be a good AA base match. I guess was my thinking. Fadinger's maybe not. He's very safe, isn't he? But he's maybe not going to lift without a decisive. I wonder if they're away from home. Yeah, one of them was at home against Falkirk. Away to St Mirren, good. By all accounts, I think Fadinger's been very good for them. But yeah, this spot's quite a tough one. Again, I could go Armstrong playing. There's no problem with him getting a decisive and bringing in 75, like you see against Kilmarnock here. Even if Aberdeen were to lose the match, for example. But I don't think. Yeah, again, I just don't know what to think about Aberdeen right now, to be honest with you. So to put him in a top ranking lineup like this, I don't know. I'm going to go with Tunetke because that was the main reason I deleted that team, was to move him up the pecking order. I think after seeing the away form and stuff like that, I might just go Captain Braga just for a bit of neutrality, you know. So yeah, it's just I think between Celtic and Fenerbahce, they've both got quite good fixtures, but they're both away from home. So I thought I'll have both of them in D2, and I'll try and just make D1 as without bias as possible. And I ended up McGrath at home to Dundee, Celtic defence stack, Captain Classic Sané, and Talisca I think's playing, and Talisca's AA is off the charts compared to anyone else in that Fenerbahce team, and he's so decisive. So like, if you think he's playing, like, you can't use him. The Celtic stack's powerful. Quite again, it's just the Engels Hitate thing, isn't it? But limited, I've still got tons of cards and very low divisions, so it could be quite successful. Division 2 is the top division, so if I win that, I get into the nosebleeds, that will be quite cool. A bunch of essence for giveaways, which will be nice. Division 3, I could have up to 3 entries here, by the way. Not really much money for winning it, sadly. So we kind of actually want to finish, like me personally, I'd rather they all finished like 4th, 5th and 6th and 7th, you know, rather than getting into these spots up here, because then we'll get the essence to craft cards for you guys. So yeah, we've only got 3 teams lined up there, but I've got a feeling we're going to have 4 this time. So we've got 3 Schmeichels guaranteed to use. Never mind fucking in-season Mitov. In-season Mitov will be useful for a team because it'll give us a classic spot elsewhere. I'm going to start with Schmeichels and just assume that that's going to be the move. So we're trying to use all our depth within season. Again, we've still got Fenerbahce defenders. I've still got Keelan Adams. I've got tons of guys. I think this is like just, I'm so buzzing for this. I can't wait for the weekend where this hits. It's going to be so good. But I'm tempted to even go double Fenerbahce fullback on this one. What's Archie Brown like away from home? Yeah, Archie Brown. Thought I missaid his name there. Yeah, he can be good away from home. Semedo. Yeah, they're both kind of similar, aren't they? None is better than the other. I'll come back to that in a second. How are we doing for midfield? Yeah, quite thin. McKeown's a good pick. Armstrong, Fadinger. Yeah, we've got 3-4 teams of midfield, single midfield still, don't we? And then up front, we've got single strikers. Like, Kenny's going to play. Balikwisha probably comes off the bench. Yang did come off the bench. Yamada was on the bench. Iheanacho might be on the bench. So, like, yeah, the last team will be a pure dice roll. So, yeah, we need the defence to go. GSP can be used. Yeah, we've got lots of defence. I think we can go Archie and Semedo in here. I wanted to determine that because I want to pick them left and right, but I would pick Semedo over Brown. Sorry for all the babbling, but that's just how I roll. And yeah, I'm probably going Stubomb in the midfield here with Kenny. Like, that feels like a good team. And who would I captain? I'd maybe captain Brown. I think he's quite decisive. They could all do quite fine. But yeah, I'm going to captain Brown. Should get some XP bonuses and stuff there. Yeah, 6% for that. That's fun. And then this one. Imagine what the cost of that team would be in limited. Like if you just bought that as a limited in season or something. Let's see how well it does. That might be a topic further down the road. So for this team, I think I might want to put GSP in here. Hanley could be solid though, playing Dundee. Diego Carlos playing Como, or playing Torino, sorry. Don't know if he's going to start. Keelan Adams away. Sirachi's a question mark. I think we go with known quantity, and I think we go with the fact that we know Hanley's going to play for Hibs before we get to GSP play. So let's go Hanley. Fadinger. And then we know, don't really know anything about any of these guys. I think putting Balikwisha in this team is fine. And then the last spot we've got quite tough, isn't it? Agu, is he coming back? Don't suppose we have Scottish. Hearts 6 days ago, they've got something anyway. Yeah, not expected to start. But again, this is very low in the pecking order, so if he's going to feature, big game, could come off the bench, you know, like, that's not impossible to think about. Does he get into this team? But no, this team's quite... Yeah, let's pick Keelan Adams. He's just like, he's going to play for his team, isn't he? And that's Captain Schmeichel on this one. Really. Can you Captain Balikwisha, can you? And then we get to scraps. So we've got another Schmeichel to use. This is brilliant, man. Let's talk about in-season utility, guys. JSP I can pick here with like McKeown and Forrest, I was thinking. And Yang. Or Iheanacho or Yamada. If we get a sniff of that closer to the time, I can swap Yang out. But otherwise, I think that's the move. And probably Captain McKeown. Because, well, JSP, if he's going to play... We've also got a Ralston, so I'll maybe play Ralston in the last team. Yeah, new team. Need to name it something funny later on. And we've got in-season Mitov to use somewhere, so we'll use that. Because why not? Let's see where the weakness is, and we'll get the classic spot to cover it. We've got Ralston to use if we want to do that, but maybe we just shade that and use maybe Diego Carlos or Sorare. Let's put Carlos in there for now. Yeah, midfield maybe needs a classic. Up front, who do we have? Yeah, Yamada or Iheanacho. Tough one. And an extra spot. We might still be looking at Ralston. Or Agu. I'm going to pick Iheanacho because I just think he's maybe going to be on the bench for this game. And I'm thinking... I don't know what to do with that extra spot, but midfield, I'm not going to be playing Bernardo. Do you know, for a team like this, I don't mind popping the Agu in here. Do we have a Como lineup? Let's look at the Italian newspaper. Where is Como? Diego Carlos, yeah. Cesc likes him. He's in the best 11. That's good. And then the final spot we could look at... We could play Ralston. Yeah, we could just play Ralston and be done with it, I guess. And maybe just captain Big DC because he's away from home and... Yeah, it's just big Italian defender, big Serie A defender situation. We didn't actually... Oh, we didn't use a classic there, actually. That was the problem. Sorry. That was the problem there. Yeah, so let's ditch Ralston and yeah, classic. But we don't want to use anything too mad. Yeah, like maybe the Welsh could be fun. I do have a classic Armstrong. Maybe I could go with Mitov. Oh, Mikhail Faye's been playing. That's good to see. Normally he plays like a game or two, then vanishes. Nicholas Kuhn. Nkunku, Milan Derby. Is there anything? Yeah, is there something fun that could get played, maybe? Getting my jotters out the vault slowly but surely. Balikwisha was good. That wouldn't be a bad one. That'd be alright to use, wouldn't it? Or even Jordan. Bromby at home. He's been kind of been off it recently, hasn't he? What Kakari, was he in that team? Nah. Valle. The other McGrath. Yeah, maybe just pop the Welsh in here. We can always change it. I think that's fine enough. Eredivisie. I'm not sure. I'll have a wee peek, see if there's any of them there. I won't be looking at them tonight for myself. There's a few. AZ 7 hours ago is maybe some sort of news. Parrot. Of course, the hero. And again, yeah, I'll maybe kind of shake some of this about later on as we get closer to the time. We maybe see some of the press conference stuff, maybe some training pictures that comes out. But yeah, I think, Jesus, man, 8 in-season teams. That's good depth, man, isn't it? Need to find a funny name to call Team D now, or maybe call Team D Scraps and call this something different. But yeah, man, buzzing, buzzing. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe shake some things around. So after I get up to that, again, I want to build all-star teams, but before I can build all-star teams, I need to build champ teams, because my rare champs, I need to go and get me some more. Feels like Bundesliga essence at the moment. Oh, goalkeepers, we've got some nice options. Butez is the man in town at the moment, man. Luis Jr. is nailed in that spot as well at home at Mallorca. 2 solid keeper picks for me. Lopez, oh, do we have France? I don't have a good independent source for France yet, sadly. 1 or 2 has been recommended. I think Mikey's always good for the recommendations. Feel free to share if any are here and you've got one. All Black Getafe is a great game. Mike Mignan, Milan Derby. But yeah, I'm taking Butez all day. Away to Como, bring it. Away to Torino, bring it on. Did Josko? Oh, he played badly. How many minutes did he play badly for? 45. That's fine. So he's probably cool for Newcastle away and such. Mukiele hasn't played internationals, obviously, so he could be alright. Away from home at Fulham, that feels like a really good Mukiele match. Rami, Tapsoba's been killing it. Love to see Tapsoba doing well. Like, if you ever watch any of these games where he plays well, you're always just like, why is this guy not at Real Madrid or something? Like, he's incredible when he's like on it. When he plays a great game, he really looks like nobody else in a lot of ways. But yeah, Josko the Bosco is going to come in here. I think Newcastle are dangerous, but I think Guardiola's like, it's just top. He's a D1 level defender, isn't he? As is, I think I'm kind of maybe being a bit biased here and leaning towards Mukiele. But, you know, I don't really... For Araujo, if I knew he was going to play, he would be very much of interest to me. Yeah, I don't really see anyone else that's like, oh yeah, I've got to play him in a big team. You know? So I don't mind that. Leipzig defence as well is some buzz. Oh, and we might get a bit of Leipzig midfield action with Soboslai, the form he's been on at home at Forest. It could be a really good game for him. Grealish playing Man United. Caicedo. Now, I know he's been doing internationals, but yeah, he's come back and been fine before. Came back, oh, that was internet, yeah. Yeah, he's come back and been fine. Caicedo. Yes, I think Caicedo away to Burnley, that's a great team, one shout. Zubimendi. Oh, Zubimendi is like living his best. Zubimendi slowly turning into Rodri. Slowly. Now, North London Derby could just be what his development ordered right about now. Verts kind of cracking a bit of a duct for the season internationally, maybe. Could he take that into the Forest game? He might, by the way. Wirtz could be a huge player. Got those Branson stuff. Xavi Simons. Paqueta suspended. Good catch. Sorare. Kang In. Is Kang In playing? If we know Kang In's playing. Do we have? We didn't have PSG, did we? No. Again, PSG are impossible to predict, but early thoughts. But yeah, I think the Liverpool midfield are probably amongst my better options. I like Baumgartner, actually, looking at him against Bremen. I like Zubimendi. Yeah, Caicedo's definitely got into team 1. Let's just put that in there. I think against Man United, David Moyes, yada yada, systems and all that. Grealish is good for being Grealish, isn't he? Berardi's playing Pisa. Sign me up. And then final man, D1. Frankie suspended. Oh, that maybe opens a door for somebody else. Does Danny Olmo want to play, I wonder? Yes. No Ferran to start. And yeah, no Araujo. Interesting. Olmo could be good. Home to Bilbao. Feels like a game a guy like Olmo could get a few decisives, like 2 decisives, and bring in a wee 79, a wee 81. Works, but could works. At home. Needs a big game. Is it on the telly? Is it a funny kickoff time? 3 p.m, 22nd. 22nd. Oh, it's 3 p.m. Saturday. Match of the day, then. That's what we'll be thinking about. And does that turn the ante down for me? I'm not sure. Somebody random in here is going to score 100 points, and I've got no idea who it is. They're probably looking at me right now and laughing. Oh, she sounds like one of my kids is having a melter. God help us all. Saganikov could be that guy, but not in that fixture, I don't think. I'm after a bit of AA, I'm after a wee decisive or 2. Llorente could be, yeah, he could be like that sneaky guy that does something mad. He's been away with the Spain team, he's barely kicked a ball. How many minutes did he get against Georgia? 45. And well, yeah, we'll see what happens tonight. Rafinha's in. Oh, Zubimendi could just be the. Yeah, I think Zubimendi's the play. But what I'm going to do is put Zubimendi where Grealish is. I'm going to put Grealish here, so it just looks cooler. I probably want to captain Caicedo or Berardi. You need captain Berardi, don't you? Get Doku in there. Away to Newcastle. Certainly lead the line, I think, for the second team, probably. But yeah, home to Mallorca. I'm probably taking Luis Jr. He's been smashing. And yeah, I've been kind of eyeing up this Tapsoba play. Keep those boys together. We've got the Limer with the Ta. And then maybe do we do Wirtz in here? And Soboslai? Wirtz. And then, yeah, Dokester. Louis. Dokester's got the AA, just needs 1 decisive, really, doesn't he? Look at that. Just dribbling, isn't he? Just dribbling. Yeah, I think you take the Dokester. And then Soboslai. Oh, I can do this so that it looks cooler. Sorry, I can't help myself. There we go. They all connect. As best as they can. Oh no. Yeah, we can't do it perfect. But we can get close. If we had a Liverpool forward, it would all go. We get multi-club with this, which is fun. And then to captain. That's a really tough one. I think I'd probably go with Dokester, but I kind of want to captain Wirtz. I'm going to back myself. Yeah, you can't not pick Soboslai. Did you mean for Team 1? Yeah, maybe for Team 1. I suppose. I probably should be picking him over Zubimendi, shouldn't I? Yeah, I think you might be right, actually. I don't know. I just think home at Tottenham. I think I could just be a really. Yeah, I suppose he's not. Yeah, I think you're right. Can he know, man? Can he know? And what are we looking at then for this extra spot now? We had Zubimendi there. Would we put Zubimendi into this team? Do you know, that's actually a funny question. I don't know if I would. I'm kind of trying to, in my mind, I suppose, replace Soboslai. I'm trying to replace like a 70 or an 80. And I don't know if I feel that way about Zubimendi being a 70 or 80. Baku could be fun. At home at Bremen. Coming back from international duty, he could be buzzing. Olmo, yeah, he's not really got the form then out of back. Baumgartner's been in amongst it. Baumgartner could be good for it. Yeah, I might go for Baumgartner. Or, oh yeah, Razabal. He's just destroying everyone now. Yeah. You think the second team's better than the first team? Yeah, fair enough. Sean and Mason catch me on the Sobo shouts. How's the second team better than the first team? Third keeper, I'm looking at Oblak. I'm looking at Vasilj. Really? I think I take Oblak into this one. I think Rami is a play for their team like this. Defenders. Starfield could be alright. Away to Alaves. It's just not really. I kind of want guys that have got something in them. Is Miguel playing? Please be playing. To sign me up. Where is he? Miguel. Rami. Oh, this is a team. This is a team. Yeah, so Zubimendi could come into my thinking here, I think, but Baku and Baumgartner, I think, come into the mix about now. I hope Bremen's a good game. Would I go to triple mid? Bernie. Big LG. What do the Germans think? Yeah, they're not backing it. Yeah, I think Zubi's just got that. It's just got a good kind of quality to him. I've got no idea if Marino's going to play. I think Marino could be great in a game like this. He's just quite trolly, I think, isn't he? Updated an hour ago. Yeah, Marino's playing up front. And Chappie. Oh, I wish I had in Chappie. I don't know if I want to go full Arsenal, but I think Zubimendi could have a great game. But nah, I think you maybe take the certainties a bit more at this stage of the picking. So I'm probably going to go Olmo. With him. Baumgartner. And then, yeah, Lewandowski could be a good shout here. That would work out too badly, I don't think. Molero's probably a wee bit underrated. He's been doing really good. That's why you just love guys that dribble, because if they just bring in one goal, one assist, 70, 80 points, it's more than on the cards. It's in the books. So yeah, I think Molero's maybe a wee bit undersold, but I've got Doku and some really good options ahead of him. Louis, you know, he can get to 68 on a decisive, can't he? Yeah, like 72. It's kind of his peak with one decisive, isn't it? If you're getting him above that, he's got to be bringing in bagsman scores. He's got a lot of just 60s flat. Maybe Molero's the play for this team. Pepe. Yeah, is Pepe in the team? Let's have a wee peek what they think early on. Pepe on one wing, Molero on the other. Ivory Coast and Ghana give Pepe and Thomas a break, allowing them to prepare for match day 11. Oh, nice. And Molero, what's happening with you? Molero changes at the Baena ticket office. I guess that means he's like stepped into his shoes or something. Buzz. So yeah, maybe I want to play them together. So yeah, I'll probably take Lomo out of the equation here for Baumgartner, and then yeah, I might just go Villarreal attack. Boom. Molero on one side, Pepe on the other. Where'd they go? Pepe. Oh, that's fun. This is a fun team. Who the fridge did be captain, but who the fridge did be captain? Oof. I'm going to Molero. I'm going with the vibes. And then I'll get to the third team. And I'm looking at Vasilja, really, I suppose. So I'm not really looking at Mike. Vasilja's at home. Kind of settles it for me. Or, actually, I've got Ramiro, don't I, as well? Yeah, maybe. I was tempted to maybe go and play Sociedad here. I don't really think, yeah, the Sociedad defence isn't great, but I don't think any of these defenders, like, who am I looking at using here? Gaia, Starfelt, Jens, maybe Rafa Marin plays, Robbo, Jokie Anderson, Trippier, Botman are playing City. Yeah, it's not really. Yeah, I think I could play just. What's it going to be? John Martin and Zubeldia. 50-50 Baron Baru. Kaleta Carr could come back into it maybe if he's had a knock or something. Muscle overload. John Martin, we know, is playing. What about Aaron Buru? Traumatic brain injury? Oh, so he must be on concussion protocol. Okay. I'm going to guess he didn't go away with the national team. I think he'll be alright. So John Martin's who we want. And we want Aaron Buru. Or do we... Yeah, let's take Aaron Buru. And then who else are we looking at? Sorry. Braze, Solaire. Guedes. Baranachea. Braze. Solaire. Guedes. And then either Baranachea or Taki. What? Yeah, I'm going Taki. And Captain Braze. That's the way we go here. Sociedad Bomb Squad. Hammy, it's good to see you. I do not need a Mikey Moore anywhere near my life, I'll have you know. Yes, they're quite fun. And then that means now I can do All-Star. And we've got 2 D1s. And hopefully, through the midweek, I'll get one of these promoted into D1. And I've got a D1 that hopefully stays up there with Scotland tonight. But when we get to the weekend, who do we have left to play with here? So we've got Really still, we've got Tani, we've got a Freeze, we've got a Mignan, Jardim, Barkas, Vasilj, Mitov, McCracken, Baines. We've got Baines everywhere probably. And some Dreggers that are probably not. Yeah, so we've got plenty to choose from anyway. That's Gangwon. That must be like a continental competition for Tanny Boy. Makes me kind of want to stay away from it. I think Freeze playing his former club like could save a penalty or something. Last man tackle, an assist, anything. As well as maybe get the clean sheet. That would be fantastic. That's less likely. Good AA based goalkeeper. Jardim is playing Bahia. That could be alright for him. Vasilj is at home. Mitov's at home. Mitov's probably, yeah. Utrecht, Telstar, that's probably, yeah, probably Barkas, isn't it? And then what other defenders have we got? We've got Mike Naroki, who, by the way, L3 is incredible. Could play Magic Mike, Big Mike. We've got Danulic for Basel, playing Grasshopper. We've got Gasarowski for PSV taking on, we had Dutch stuff here. I said I wouldn't be looking at the Dutch teams, but there we go. We'll have a wee peek at PSV. Is that how they say it? PSV. Nah, no team there. But yeah, Gasarowski's kind of the man, isn't he? So actually 3 kind of fun options there. Big hitters as well, no less. We've got Trustees and Scaleses. Oh yeah, Scales. Oh Jesus. Yeah, Scales is playing. So it's Scales plus... Is it Magic Mike? Who are they playing? Nah, Paderborn. I'll skip that. Danulic is good, but he's away. I guess PSV is good, but they're away as well. I think Danulic is just a bit more imperious. So I'm going to put him in. Or maybe I just play Trusty. Maybe I just go Scales Trusty. Let's just go Scales Trusty. Oh yeah, Wanizek at home. Shack attack. This guy's picked himself. Kaito Nakamura taking on Montpellier, who are up to 4th now with the resurgence of Teji. Beg your pardon. Ayase Ueda is playing NEC. Neymar's back. I've got him in my midweek team. It's away from home though. He might be sitting that one out. Monsef Bakrar. 2nd v 3rd. Mikey Johnson's there. Anyone else pop up? We've got Daizen Maeda's coming out the hoo-ha. And yeah, we've got some interesting guys we've not used yet. A Jetty, like if we think he's going to be smashing this weekend. He's such a pain in the ass, a Jetty. Yeah, forward spots. It has to be Kaito on like build, doesn't it? But I could go quite easily for Thomas Muller in a game like this playoff knockout situation. He's been rested against LA. I think I want to play Thomas Muller in here. And then I don't mind Nakamura as the last man in here. Negren could be a great last man in as well. Oh, who's Santirod playing? 14th. Oh. He's got the 8 A's there. He just needs those decisives. Aranguiz. 3rd versus 4th. Oh, that could be a big game. Teji, the aforementioned. Is Teji back? That's at home. That was at home. Oh, I don't think I can play him in Team 1. Burke Risa. This is a tough spot. The best team. I'm kind of going to probably pick Negren. Yeah, picking Negren. Captain Shack. I think that's just the way it goes. That's a first team. That is a first team. Mikey Basson, good to see you. Right, 2nd D1, so we've got another bite at the cherry, as they say. I'll probably take Vasilj as the keeper. We have another scales to use. Probably use Danulic here. And then McGee, Sante, Teji as a triple midfield. Yeah, I could probably get behind that. McGregor, Teji, and Sante, and Kaito Nakamura as the forward. Maybe we take Ueda. Yeah, let's take Ueda. And then Santirod. An MFL reward opening I'll be doing tomorrow. So we've got Bain away, we've got Mitov. Yeah, it's probably Jardim is the next keeper up. Minyan, Tani. I probably want to use Tani or Freeze a wee bit more than I want to use Jardim. But is that for good reason? Away to 5th. Playoff. Continental competition. I'm going to go Tani. Gasarowski. Mika Marmal's ever present. 3rd versus 11th. It could be a good game for him. Do we back it though? Hitati defender card caught my eye. Arnau's quite consistent. Maybe he's just going to be lower down the pecking order, but I think I'll be using him. Same like Javi Lopez probably as well. Arriaga isn't in a bad spot. Quatra, if we knew he was playing, it's against Racing. Surely, if they can play him, they do. Where's the RGs? River not done. That's fine. Come back to him. Didn't go in international duty. Is there Turkey stuff here? Trabzonspor, no. This defender choice is quite tough. Julian might be alright, but Kufri. Yeah, he'd been doing this 50s and stuff, then I pick him 34. Bloody typical, innit, man? Kufri. Bernabe taking on Neymar's team. That could be fun. Maybe even Big Magic Mike Naroki. Yeah, I think I'll go with him. Why the fudge not, really? We've still got McGregor's and Aranguiz's, Olmo. Lots of good midfielder options still to use. So I'm probably going to use McGregor, McGrath. And Kaito, yeah. And then the final spot. Quite tough building these teams, man. In a good way, you know. I like the thought of Aranguiz, but the thing with these guys in like Chile and like Ecuador, you just actually don't know if they're playing until they start. So I'm quite reticent to I don't know, 2nd v 3rd, but Bakrar's actually in decent form. McGinn, international travel and stuff. Maybe even just throw a wee cheeky Ojeda in here. Could just be good for a wee assist. A wee cheeky decisive from a wee Ojeda. Again, I think Bakrar's probably got that in him. He's got form for it too. We've got Big Louis still to play. I'm going to put Lorente in this team. And then captain. I'm going to captain Nakamura. Boom. And I've still got another one to go. I really want to play Freeze in this team, I think. Over Rulli and over Mike and Bain and Jardim. Yeah, I don't know, Jardim. Yeah, I've already got a lot of freezes out there. Let's just differentiate or diversify and use Jardim. I'd maybe want to use Trippier at this point, or Yeah, defence gets a bit. I like my defence, but this particular game week, I'm not really a fan of many of them, if I'm honest. Like, if Robbo's going to play, he'll be perfect, but Robbo's quite shaky. Where the hell's Liverpool? Yeah. Can't really rely on Robbo, sadly. Oh, Wirtz isn't expected. Is that probably a 50-50 with Gakpo? Yeah, I might need to revise that. It feels like a deadline day headache. Right around the corner. I don't even mind the thought of playing the NYC defence. That makes me want to play the threes. I already got a lot of NYC going out this week. Don't know if I need any more of that. I could play the Newcastle boys, Botman and Trippier. But against Haaland and stuff, like, oh, an all-star. I know Valley's going to play. Bernaby's probably going to play. Yeah, maybe just do a bit of a bad batch team, maybe. Julian, his random DNPs just give you the fear, don't they? Who's in midfield? We've still got McGee, Zubimendi, Olmo. What division's this? 2. Aranguiz. Matinho could be alright. There's a few guys that could be alright. Sol, first versus 8th. Yeah, Sol could be alright. Yeah, I don't think we're at bad batch stages yet. Still got plenty of good guys to use. It's just the defence is actually really... Ooh. I think Gustavo... Let's just go Gustavo. I think he could have a good game. So let's just forget about stuff like that. He's going to play well. I can feel it. Let's play him. We need him. Thiago Martins, I don't mind pairing with him. But I think I want to play Gray. I think Gray's a bit punchier. I don't want to play Gray. This defence is going to melt my brain. Mika Marmol could be alright. Maybe I just play that Hatate defender card. Just go screw it. YOLO. Big 8A away from home. And then, yeah, let's say McGregor, yeah, let's put Aranguiz on this side. Aranguiz, McGregor. Don't want to touch Neymar. I think I'd maybe go with a Bakrar or a Larson before him. O. Could play O at home at Mechlin. Gonna go Larson. Aranguiz and him. And this is, you know, big game mentality team. This one. And the final man, again, big game mentality. That's what we're after here. Don't know if Depay's going to be playing for Brazil. Playing in Brazil right after international duty. How's he done with that before? Yeah, off the bench last time. DNP the time before that. DNP the time after that. DNP the time after that. Yeah, I'm not picking Depay right after an international window. But something like that would be fun. Yeah, Bakrar. Let's just maybe throw him in. Yeah. Multi-club and under the cap. That's fun. I'm going to captain Aranguiz. Is Tierney playing? Yeah, probably. No Celtic classic team stack here. Awesome. So the point in my build I'm at now is building like limited giveaway teams, I guess. Or, yeah, MLS Classic. You've got big divisions here. We've still got a threes. Yeah, we've got big XP still to put on the table here. What are we doing with gold, by the way? I totally forgot gold even existed. MLS Comp's probably a good place to have him. Yeah, he's maybe going to come off the bench or something. Which I don't mind using him for, by the way. Gold could crack off the bench. He's played Dallas 3 games there. He's a big game player. Doesn't really do off the bench, obviously, for off the bench 64. When he's on his pomp. Off the bench with 10 AA. Yeah, he doesn't really come off the bench much, does Goldinho. Home to LA, one-off playoff match. I don't think I can no play him. Again, I'm probably captaining Julian Fernandez. Under the cap, no multi-club. That's fine. Let's go for it, boys. Go and try and get me some essence. And yeah, I don't think there's enough in there for that. So that's fine. Let's just shut the rest of these down. I do have a limited MLS goalkeeper, or did I get rid of that? Yeah, I got rid of that, but I've still got the classic, but in season wise, we're looking at Elenich, O'Toole and Shore, and yeah, no backup striker. Yeah, there's no point even fielding that. But I've done my competitive stuff, so it's just the giveaway stuff, which would be champ. How many? I don't think we've got as many keepers left as we would normally. Really? And Mike. Both away. But Nice. Yeah, it's probably a better opponent than Inter Milan. Yeah, maybe let's try Botman Trippier. This is D1. Don't really have many better options. Still got bloody Zubimendi and Olmo and Marino. The Dortmund lads as well. McTominay. Lewandowski. Kind of want to play Bruno, but that will kind of wreck that multi-club thing. Is it worth playing him for that? When we could pick Marino up front against, yeah, and then where's that? Oh, boom. Nice. I'm going to go Captain Louis. Just because why not? Wee hat-trick for him or something fun. And then the next one, probably the last one I finish on. I'm not going to do the All-Star stuff. Then I'll maybe tinker with that tonight. Well, we know Vaya is going to play. And is Starfelt going to play? Well, maybe just do a wee Celtic defence. Celta Vigo. Starfelt is going to play. And a wee Matt O'Reilly in the now. Kang. Let's just put Kang. See, maybe comes off the bench anyway. Still got Bruno to use. Yeah, I think we use Bruno here. And then Cherky. Yeah, I'm probably taking Cherky as the striker from the bench or from the start. What about Fletty? Are they going to play Griezmann? 50-50 with Sorloff. Griezmann finds the Holy Grail. Away to Getafe. I like the thought of Cherky coming off the bench and winning it at the death. And McGinnister. Yeah, let's swap Kang for McGinn. And we'll put Kang. No. Bruno there. McGinn. Kang. There we go, that's a fun team. Rob, good to see you. Oh, goalie rotation. Who killed you? What goalie are we talking about? Don't say it's Scott Bain. Oh, claim some glory. That time of the night. How long have we been on for? Oh, Jesus. I need lovies and leavies, everyone. Are we relegation? Oh, a wee bit of essence. Thank you. And some common stuff. Fine. Nice. Who did that for me? The German stack, and then this stack. That's fun. Nobody got promoted, but this week we want to try and get Scotland teams in. Love it. So yeah, these two D2s. I want these. Oh, Zubimendi on the bench. Grant Hanley on the bench. No, that was a last minute addition. Well. Check the Scotland team in a sec. And this is a limited team, all on the bench. I'm glad I did that. It's quite alright. Ferran. Hopefully these teams don't get. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Two D2s. I've got a bench. Don't get relegated, man. Don't get relegated is now the cry. Can you still squeeze a promotion? Scotland in D1 is a lot of fun. Let's have a wee peek at that team. Suter and McKenna. Dykes over Adams. Frohold plays. Dorgu, Christensen. They're on the wrong sides, but it's a bit of a competitive game. I look forward to it. This weekend, how many lineups is that? 31 we've got sitting there. And we've still got our kind of all-star giveaway ones to make. Where is the German thing? What does they say about the Dortmund midfield? We're playing Julian Brandt. You can place the beats, sir. See, I'm pretty sure the low numbers are. It's meant to be the more likely one, but also they're showing Chukwuemeka. So anyway, any common teams? Yeah, I'll make them way closer to the time. This is just. I'm not even saying these are my teams, but I'm just trying to really work out like who will be usable. What are the best combos and strategies, what's my depth like, and then not really tomorrow because I kind of do stuff for you guys on a Thursday, but Friday I've then got this basically set out and just some tweaks and adjustments. to go across it basically at that point, rather than trying to do this like within a few hours of the deadline. It just feels like too much. Whereas I can kind of like, yeah, from a distance, kind of just lay the cards on the table, and then yeah, closer to the time, shuffle them a bit better. Harry, no, I don't think so. I've not really heard from Harry too much. Funnily enough, yeah, I'm really confident that surely one of these New York teams will get Wolf, Marcoux, double defence, or yeah, no, I think I want double defence. I was just thinking there, do I want? I got this Fernandez Marcoux for an absolute song, by the way. He's still really cheap. Wow, got him for £7, which is probably 50% off as well. Because nobody noticed he had cards come out. It's popped a wee bit now, but it's got very little utility. Should I buy another one? Yeah. Nobody's really. I think they've sold however many they've sold, and nobody else wants to buy any. Oh, £20. Have I got credit still? I don't think so. Nah. Might seem a bit cheapskatey, I suppose, because I guess it's for going for a big streak. But again, Ojeda, it's just that Fernandez Marcoux is probably going to be one of the highest scorers in the game, isn't he? I think I maybe want another Wolf and another Fernandez to play in this team. And then I would have threes with these two. Spending another couple of quid. It's basically, I'm thinking about buying another team. I think I maybe do that if I hit this streak. I think buying the extra Wolf should be enough. I'm maybe going to be wrestling with that, but no. So what is, like, let's just look at the market for a second. Manager sales. In season rare. Defender. Current club. New York. Yeah. £6. Another Ojeda would be £6. Hack, £4. Maxi. Yeah, I might end up doing this. So let's see, £12 for the defence. And then I'd have Ojeda and Fernandez to go with them. But I'm getting rid of Ojeda and Fernandez out of that team because I would be getting Fernandez Marcoux, instant buy 20, and Wolf 15. So we're talking about spending £50 on a team for one game, potentially. Harry's here. Good to see you, Harry. Oh, that's something I'm really going to be sitting on? Because it's not to make just one team, it's to make combinations of teams. Ultimately need New York to win. If New York don't win or don't score goals, none of this matters, which is the wrestle. If I know New York are going to win, then it's easy to build the combos and cover the differentials. Yeah, something I'm going to sit on. I'll come back to you on that maybe for tomorrow. Let me know what you're thinking, feel in the comment section if you've watched this after we've been live. To everyone that's tuned in for this, thanks very much. It's just kind of what I do anyway, and I thought I've not really seen you today for any content on the channel, so I thought I would just come on live and do it with you. And yeah, we've got the lineups out, we're buzzing. Hopefully Ferran comes off the bench and Grant Hanley and Zubimendi for these lineups. We need to get them into D1, not D3. And yeah, reward giveaway team. This one's kind of cooked, isn't it? But this one, oh yeah, Azabal, Marino and stuff, that's all looking good. That's all looking good. So a wee bit of giveaway action maybe. Oh no, yeah, we've got Essence. Have we got giveaway Essence? Not quite. We could do a wee league reveal. I'm going to do a wee craft, everyone. Oh, have I not got enough? Oh, I thought I had enough on the clues. Is 10 not enough? That's 20. For the love of Jimmy's. Okay, well that's just my mistake. We're here. Oh, right guys, you need to help me here. We've got 2 Bundesliga ones. They're the only ones we're looking at. Are we going with 6 or 9? This will need to be rapid fire. Yeah, 1 minute. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. I said to Mrs. Quinn when I was going to do this, it's like, not really got much to do. I'll probably do 40 minutes. So I just got the side eye. Vote in the poll, guys. What Bundesliga card are we taking? Guys, there's only one vote. Come on, get the votes in. 6 or 9. What Bundesliga card are we taking? Imagine there's something crazy behind. Spend the 500 on national. It's a standard draw, you mental. Can't do 2 clues, man. I've paid the penalty for finding this here. I'm not paying any more for it. Or maybe I do. I might do it, by the way. I might do it, by the way. If I did do it, well, we would be looking to see something mega. Mega, yeah, like English Bundesliga. Yeah, we would be after French. Oh, no, I don't know if we could go after French the same way you could English. But even with like Ligue 1, I guess you're looking for Morocco or something, aren't you? Or Georgia. And what about La Liga? Maybe France. You're tempting me. I know we're gonna. I know if I do it, I'll wholly regret it. I guess kind of half blind and pick between these two 50-50. Screw it. Screw it. Ooh. Uruguay La Liga. Swiss Bundesliga. That's not going to be anything great, is it? German Bundesliga obviously could be fucking Kimmich or something. Uruguay La Liga. Swiss could be Kobo. It's just standard. It could be fucking empty, really. Could be an injured guy in the reserves for Mönchengladbach. Oh, Uruguay La Liga. I'll be really annoyed if the Bundesliga ones are good, but I cannot not click on Uruguay La Liga. Like, I can't ignore that. Like, Swiss Bundesliga, yeah, it could be Kobo, could be, I don't know, Manzambi, that guy I like, it could be him. German's obviously free reign on any card in the league, essentially. But Uruguay La Liga, how many minutes have we got? 6. How many Uruguayans in La Liga are there? I know Valverde's a potential troll card. I do know that, but it's not a special T2 or anything either. No, in season. La Liga. Yeah, there's troll cards. And there's a few of them. There's a few of them. There's a few troll cards. But I don't know. That's made me maybe feel a wee bit less about it. What about Swiss Bundesliga? Yeah. Manzambi, Kobo, Reader are all good ones. There's maybe somebody else in there I'm overlooking. That's not really great. Like, Kobo at rare is probably expensive, isn't he? Yeah, he's worth a few quid, I think, isn't he? How long do we have left? 4 minutes. I think you're better off taking the Swiss Bundy. Yeah, you're maybe right. I just can't not. I don't know how I'd turn that down. German Bundesliga is just mad hat, isn't it? Oh, what the fuck have I done it myself? Right. It's a question about what you'd be upset about. I'd be upset on... Would I be upset about missing out on Valverde? I would not be upset about missing out on any of these. Which is why I'm kind of half tempted to maybe go the German one. Because that could just be something mad like... I can't even think of what a mad German... Like Mittelstadt or something, I don't know. What does a Valverde go for? Can we just press back and it'll give me the other... Yeah, Uruguay and stuff. Valverde. Ugh, he's only 100. Yeah, it's not that great, is it? Yeah, I'm not missing out on anything mad. The Kobo. Yeah, let's just go Swiss. Let's take it. Ah, oh, fuck. Oh, Nathaniel Brown. Oh, I should have took the German. Oh, Cabrera. I'm really glad I didn't pick that. Yeah, I'm throwing that guy back. Or, well, collection bonus for... maybe I keep that. Does he play a wee bit? Well... Nah. Nathaniel Brown. Should have took the German. Oh, well. What a horrible mistake that all was. Thanks to everyone that encouraged me to do that. Have a good one, everyone. And, yeah. Wish the Scotland luck. I'll see you tomorrow for some members action.